Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, Preserving Our Roots. Today we're going to be doing a bunch of different projects. It's actually a bunch of different days compiled together. We're starting off by burning the fence line. We weeded it completely one time and it just grew back so fast, so we're just going around with the side-by-side and a torch tank in the back and just burning all the way around it. And this did end up lasting longer than we'd eaten. Some of it's still coming back. I will say, I don't know if we got the wire too hot or too close to the insulators, but we had to end up taking the fence down in one spot so Dad could retill it, and the wire had melted spots into the insulators, and some of it was completely melted. I couldn't even get them off, so I had to take the whole insulator off with the wire. So if you do that, just be careful of how much heat you put right on that wire near those insulators. We're just going to keep on going around until we get this whole fence line torched. And me and Daddy had just been switching off, doing some torching, because it kind of kills your back bending over and walking that thing up through there. So I started torching again, and you can see Robert had started weed eating a little, so it'd be less to burn. And then Daddy's planting the top row of beans again because they didn't have a real good germination, so he putting more beans in the ground up there. Alright, so Daddy done planted that top trellis again, and then I'm just going back and replanting this bottom one. There's some that did germinate. We're just kind of filling in the holes so that we have a full trellis worth, which later on in the video you'll see they all come up and it's nice and thick. And this is the cucumbers. I'm just mulching around them to help keep the moisture in. This is from that pile that we tried to unload off the trailer. We ended up unloading by hand because the trailer wouldn't dump. The plan is probably to put it down the walkways in between the rows, but I haven't got that done yet. We got some pretty big blooms on this squash here. If something's come and ate some of it off. Tomatoes are looking pretty good. Well, except for these down here ain't too good. I just had so much rain and the ground is saturated. We got some romaine lettuce. Our beans are coming along. down here in the mulch that we mulched around. And then more beans down here. Pretty good. I mean, I guess the water's done it some good. I don't know if there's any corn come up in the bottom yet. Alright, let's turn off the fence. There we go. Alright, well, I got some bug beat on here. I'm gonna put around these plants and then I gotta hoe it in. And my phone ended up dying, so I didn't have any footage of me hoeing this in, but I did hoe around all the plants. And this is another day. We're just hoeing around all the plants, and Robert's fertilizing the wheat. This one has some little baby maters coming on it. Those are Romas. And then you can see we got some little baby squashes coming on. Hiding in here. And these beans are thick. Thick. We're putting in these vegetable spikes, organic fertilizer. And these things look like this that we're putting in. We put 2 of those around most of the plants. As I got towards the end, I started to run out, so I'm gonna have to order some more. I mean, I ordered 150, but still, we had a lot of plants. And then when you divide it by 2, but at least everything got a little fertilizer in it. So we just went through everything and poked a hole and put one in and covered it back up. And it does say to make sure your sole is loose. And for the most part, there was some spots, but by the end of this, it was hurting my fingers to poke those down in the ground. So if you're dirt and loose, I would loosen it before I used any of these. Well, the corn didn't come up. I think the crows must have ate it. So he's gonna retill, and then we got some Avapel coming. It should be here tomorrow, and we'll put that on our seeds, which is supposed to help keep the birds from eating your seed. And we're gonna replant. Hopefully we'll get some corn coming up. But this wheat's looking good. It's coming along nicely. And Robert's just taking the Haas cultivator and running it through the rows, just cultivating them while Daddy's still tilling the bottom. We had to take down the fence so he could get the tractor in the bottom to till that, and he bent some bushes down, and we couldn't put the fence back up until I cut them. So I cut those out so we could put the fence back up. So now he's got the Haas cultivator, and actually he's put little plows on it, and he's making him some little rows to plant the corn in. There you can see the insulator still on the wire, and that's because it was melted to it and I couldn't get it off. So Daddy's getting his rows finished up, and I'm still working on restringing the fence back up.
I ain't gonna put one plug down the fence. That way we can get around it. Can't we?
are joined together, aren't they?
Huh?
These are joined together.
I'm good.
What is that?
Hey.
Oh,
Huh?
you found some?
Yeah.
I pulled up a couple teeny tiny ones and dumped them over the fence.
Look how clean you go. I'll skin everything tomorrow.
I seen you over there washing it on your shirt.
Huh?
I seen you over there rubbing it on your shirt.
That's what I said, I'll skin tomorrow.
You like an old dog?
What?
You like an old dog?
Mm-hmm.
All I had to do was look at you. You came out there and you'd help me.
You're like an old dog, Rob. Ruff, ruff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 10. That'd be good. If we can get the growth. There could be more room right down through here too.
If you look close at the left-hand side of the screen, you can see where the fence was X'd. I got the wire twisted and somehow didn't notice it, and it ended up in an X. And we left it. We found out the next day, and then Daddy fixed it. How do you hold it?
Honestly, wouldn't you?
Maybe. So this is the Avapel that we're putting on the corn. It's a liquid and it turns like dusty, chalky after it dries, and it's supposed to deter the birds from wanting to eat it. It's supposed to upset their stomach, but also be like organic. So hopefully it works. So we're just trying to get it coated real good. Make sure everything's covered.
Spot right there. Right here where it's washing.
Yeah. You skipped it with the fertilizer?
Yeah, I skipped it because I ain't gonna put no corn in because it'll just wash it back out.
Okay. So Daddy's going through the rows and putting fertilizer in, except for like where he said it's washed, and in case it rains again real hard, I didn't put any there. So just putting the fertilizer down, and then we'll start putting the seed in behind it here in a minute. Look what I done yesterday.
Oops.
Yeah. We had to take the fence down. I didn't even realize it was like that. Daddy's like, who X'd this fence? I guess it was me. Hold on. To get it X'd up like that. Yeah, they're up there waiting, ain't they?
Yeah.
We said they're up there waiting. We were talking about the crows. You can hear them hollering in the background. They're just sitting there waiting on us to leave. Hopefully it gives them an upset stomach though and they won't eat none.
Put it beside it. One right there. You feel funky.
Here, Daddy's just throwing a little more fertilizer around the peppers, and he'll throw some around the beans and stuff too. I'm just tying up the top of this tomato plant that started falling over a little more. Well, guys, I think that's going to about wrap it up for today. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, like the video, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.